me, I always tell them a dairy cow should not be fat, number one. They should be
lean bodies. They should convert more into milk.
Yes, of course, as you see them, yes, some of them, they have a body score of about 3, which is the required. It's a bit low, but it is required. The range is between 3.3 to 3.2, which is required for a dairy cow. That big cow comes with her own problems, and you have to be one person who is able to manage that cow. Because number one, be ready to treat conditions. Laminitis, ameshika mimba, ameshindwa kuzaa, amepata fever, amepata ketosis after calving, and that delays production, delays fertility, and also raises costs of production for you.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Karibu.
Asante.
Welcome to Maternity Estate. Naona umetuletea mbegu.
Nimewaletea mbegu kama vile uli order. Yes.
Karibu.
Nimefurahi kufika hapa. Nimekuwa nikisikia Nyala. And finally
you are here.
We are here. Tunaendelea aje? We were here some time back.
Yeah, tunaendelea salama. And bado tuna breed with the help of Atlantis.
Okay. So where are you?
Oh my God, you are very far. And we are lucky to have Atlantis because we have a lot of daughters from Atlantis doing a good job. Your daughters are picking with 30 and above.
30 and above.
30 and above
Okay.
on first lactation. So we are hoping in their third, fourth lactation,
they'll be doing good.
Yeah.
Okay. Unajua tunasemanga when we are breeding mambo ni matatu. We breed for either production, health, na traits. So I really wanted to know Nyala on their objective. Wamefikia wapi?
Sisi kwa longevity tumehit.
Mko sawa.
Body health, I can say that our herd is one of the best because I find myself even for a month without calling a vet, only for servicing.
Good.
Know what I mean on is production because I used to hear there are bulls that are hitting 40, but now I have one that is hitting 40. I'm going to show you that is hitting 40.
Maybe we can take
on
a
first
tour.
Lactation. Yes, we can. And this is one of your daughter.
Okay.
Although she's in calf for the second time.
Good.
I served her exactly 45 days after calving down. Yeah.
So 45 days, the evolution had happened and you are back to...
She had come on heat for the first time at 30 days and we delayed. Then after 48 days, there she came again.
She came back on heat and you served.
Yeah.
By the way, you know that is one big problem. Wakulima wengi wako nayo. Ng'ombe alizaa and we are 6 months into milk, lakini hakuna any signs of the animal coming back to estrus.
Because they are failing there in steaming up.
They are failing in steaming
that preparation
good.
Of a dry cow.
Utatupea siri. Utatupea siri utuambie, ha?
Yeah.
So nimeona umewa group.
Yeah, they are groups according to production. All this that you can see here, all of them are confirmed in calf.
All right.
So they're here to be, they are not being fed like the way we are feeding our high producers, because after 2-3 months, they will be leaving here and going to maternity.
Yeah.
So all this group,
so their ration is different.
It is very different.
Sasa hao tutawaita ni wajawazito.
Hawa ni wajawazito.
Good.
Then we have our highest producers. They are those ones. They have an average of 28. The whole group, as you can see it there. Then we have our best producers. They're here.
Okay. The two of them.
The two of them. Though the second one, she had lost a lot of body condition. So we were trying to improve her. But the one on the lower side, she's the leading cow with 46 liters on first lactation.
Okay.
Yes.
She seemed like she's either
21 days postpartum.
21 days.
Yes, 21 days.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So with these ones, unajua mimi niko interested na breeding.
Yes.
Dogo. I see you really did some good work on the udder.
Yes.
I see their teeth placement is okay. I see even how the compartments. It's
That's a Tabasco, by the way.
That is Tabasco.
Tabasco.
Okay, great.
Yeah, doing very well. Yeah.
Okay. Then on stature, ni kama wote uliwatatua. Ulikuja na fit.
I can say we are very keen on, we have been breeding our cows over the years, so for so many years. And actually, in the past, we had very huge animals. Let me call them very huge animals and giants. And now we have been trying to have a medium-sized cow, but still productive. I'm going to give you an example. I have one cow. Where is she? She's that one at the end there, the first one there. She's a medium-sized cow, but imagine she beats her, the tall one.
She beats the black
tall one, the black one. So that is what we were aiming, having a medium-sized cow, but
it is producing
good product. It is producing good milk for me. Instead of having two big animals who were experiencing laminitis at some point, a lot of feed, they were consuming a lot of feed, and the management was a bit tricky. It was a bit tricky, and I settled and decided what I need to do is nipunguze tu kidogo. I reduce on the stature a bit, but still I maintain the production and the traits.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think you'll talk to our farmers,
Yes.
Because we have a misconception in the country, not even just locally, in the country. They think that having big statured animals is an advantage. To me, I try to explain to them the health disadvantage that comes with that. But for today, we are on the pub.
Yeah.
Give them, you have given them the real practical approach to it. That you can have a small statured animal that is producing more, that is feeding less, so it is economical to keep and more profitable. And having a giant that is that you spend a lot of money on maintaining and then having less milk from them.
Okay.
Then wakulima wanagongwa. I don't know if you sell heifers by them.
Yes, we do sell.
You do sell heifers.
We do sell heifers.
Talk to these farmers. You know, they think yule ng'ombe mwenye akona mwili kubwa ndio tutauza 1,300. Na they go expecting 300,000. Naenda ananunua. Then from there we get calls. Daktari, ameanguka.
Hatoi maziwa.
Yeah. Kuna hiyo point umesema kwamba that you bred for short statured animal that will produce more with less money being allocated to them. So watakula less feed, hawatakuwa na magonjwa sana, hawana stories za mara kuna laminitis, anaenda akilimp, mara hajashikwa na ketosis. Hizo vitu zote zinatokana na wale giants. Wale wakulima wengi wanapenda. Can you explain to us further when some heifer. Umesema mnauza heifer, sio?
Yes.
Good. When selling heifers, unapatanga wakulima wanataka kuendea yule heifer anaonekana ni mkubwa, so that pia akiitishwa 200,000 anaona kununua kitu kubwa na hii 200,000 pesa size ya ng'ombe.
Inapelekana.
Explain to them one disadvantage they might get from
Actually, that is a big challenge that I from our farm. They'll come and tell me, oh, your cows are thin, they're not fat. We went somewhere, you know where they went, and the cows were really big. And I always tell them, that big cow comes with her own problems. And you have to be one person who is able to manage that cow. Because number one, be ready to treat conditions, laminitis, ameshika mimba, ameshindwa kuzaa, amepata fever, amepata ketosis after calving, and that delays production, delays fertility, and also raises costs of production for you. So me, I always tell them, a dairy cow should not be fat, number one. They should be thin. They should have
lean bodies. They should convert more into milk.
Yes. For example, cows as you see them, yes, some of them, they have a body score of about 3, which is the required. It's a bit low, but it is required. The range is between 3.3 to 3.2, which is required for a dairy cow. But after telling them and educating them the repercussions of having a big cow, they buy it and they come and testify. Yes, the way you told us your cow is producing, no diseases. And actually, when I started to breed my cows for shorter stature, I have done away with milk fever, ketosis, RAB. I don't experience them at all. Yeah.
Good. So even the Uteroton I gave you
It
didn't.
is working perfectly. Oh my God.
Okay.
Actually, I have the cow that I experimented with it in her 21 days ago, and she calved down at 12, and immediately we gave her 100 ml. By the time, and then I was called around 3, and I was told she has a placenta.
So it's working well. Okay, great. Maybe we can explain to farmers what we are saying. Converting production and not into meat. Najua ng'ombe, when it's either converted to product milk or meat. Maybe from this herd, tumesema ndio the highest producers.
Yes.
Maybe we can work with this one. Mtu akikuja atasema she's not atasema amekonda. Lakini in actual sense, this animal is converting more of the feed into milk than meat. So unaangalia ambavu zisiwe zimetokea kama za yule ng'ombe ambaye amestarve.
You should see the first two,
yes.
And the third one a bit.
Yes. Yeah. So even when you place your fingers, at least vidole 3, utapata hapo hakuna nyama mingi, lakini pia si kidogo sana. So that huyo ng'ombe ile chakula kidogo anakula, anaiconvert into milk. Pia shingo isiwe inapata you see how bulls wakifika umri fulani wanapata
they should have a long neck.
Yes, a long neck that is thin. Yes. You were taking me to some other herd.
Yeah. So this is not the milking herd. Here we have our heifers that are breeding with Atlantic female
Matterhorn.
Actually, majority of them are carrying Matterhorn. And the most surprising thing is we serve our heifers when they're 14 months.
14 months. 1 year?
2 months.
2 months.
Meet when they are 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah.
At what?
I know you are going to ask me how.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you how, because I know most farmers get to that stage at around 1 year, 6 months. Yeah. Others go to 2 years. Others 2.5 years. So 1 year is super excellently good.
Yes.
You start the journey.
Yes, at calf rearing, the day she's born. That is where we start our journey of 14 months. If you fail there, you have failed in the rest of your life.
The rest of your
life. The rest of your
life.
Know,
in my farm, I say, okay, I don't say. Actually, I do. I do place, ule mtu akona akili mzuri kabisa. Huyo ndo unawekea ndama. Because with calves, if you miss, you mess.
Actually, today in the morning, I was seeing something somewhere, and I really pitied our farmers. I think us as experts, we should pass this information to our farmers. I heard someone say, and anauza ng'ombe, cows do not take milk. Do not take water, sorry. No, ndama hafai kukunywa maji. And I was like, oh God.
Huyu anadanganya.
Oh God. And that is the first thing you should introduce to that calf. Yes. Before you even introduce calf pellets, hay, it is milk and water. Yes. And I tell the farmer to feed them separately. Water, milk. Container for water, container for milk. Si asubuhi ni ya maziwa, saa 5 ni ya maji.
Thank you for insisting on that, because nimewahubiria na ni kama wanaona mimi ni mtu. Nasemaje? Sijui kama wanashika hii injili yangu, lakini because umeisema, hebu ambie tena, before you give anything else, kando na colostrum, maji.
Yes.
Lakini wanakuanga na ile misconception ya kusema ukipea ndama maji atakunywa sana, hata jipimia, ataanza kukojoa damu.
You train. If you delay too much, she will definitely do. drink a lot of water.
Yes.
Because the wanasema ndama wangu nitampea after 3 months ndivyo atakunywa maji. Na yeye akikunywa hiyo maji lazima utaona damu. Because you have taken too long. The red blood cells they burst and unaona akikojoa damu. Unaita vet na vet anakuja nakula pesa. But there is no disease.
Hakuna ugonjwa wa kujitakia.
Hakuna, hiyo ni ya kujitafutia.
So hivi wanasemanga msiba wa kujitakia hauna pole.
Hauna pole.
Wacha tuongee more on these heifers.
When you're doing that, sorry I interrupt you. For those calves, make sure that if you are feeding on milk, colostrum, water, there's pellets and there's hay. Those containers should be different, should be very, very different, so that you can even prepare that calf psychologically. This is for milk, it is time for me to take milk. This is pellets, I have to take pellets. But if you mix, some even mix pellets with milk.
As if it's Weetabix.
As if it is Weetabix. No, the system does not know that. It knows this is milk, I have to digest milk. This is, I have to digest pellets. Yes, so these are my heifers. 95% of them are in calf. Because I came to realize the earlier I serve my heifers and they conceive, the lower the cost of production. So I'll make profit. So when another farmer is serving his or hers at 2 years, me I'm making profit, him or her is counting losses.
Is in losses. They think they are doing very well.
No, they are not. They are not. Because you are delaying even the production and the fertility of that heifer. In future, you will have lost a lot of things. Yeah.
So on them, at what time do you call your calves heifers? Whatever you call them, bulling or whatever. When do you call them heifers?
When they turn 9 months, because puberty starts there. They are no longer small girls, and I even shift to Joto mineralic to make the hormones develop and show clearer signs when I'll be about to serve them. So from 9 months, you stop being a calf, you now become a heifer.
You are in puberty.
You're in puberty. Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
How do you manage them from 6 months maybe to getting to 9 months?
We feed them, our heifers, we feed them on napier, hay, and concentrates. Each and every heifer has to take 4 kilos of concentrates every day. But, there's a but, we do not fatten our heifers. If you look at majority of them, they are uniform apart from one because of genetics like her. But we make them to be neutral, uniform. We don't like fattening them because it is going to give us challenges in conception. It is going to give us challenges in calving down. So we are going to suffer. They are going to have negative energy balance in future, and that is what we avoid. So if you are taking 4 kilos a day, and I come and notice that you are adding a lot of weight, then we cut. We reduce to either 2 or 3.
All right.
So, but when they are from 0 day to 1 year, actually to 14 months, we weigh our heifers and our calves to determine the growth rate, to know where to add and to know where to reduce. For instance, if we find a group of heifers, they are not developing like another group of heifers, we have to separate them and put more concentration on this one that are not growing. For instance, if it is below 700 grams per day, if it is doing 7 and below, that we have to separate them and feed them separately. But 700 and above, but our average is about 800, 850. That is our average. But I love raising my heifers as age mates, the way they were born. I don't like mixing them. So hata huyu mwenye utapata up, let's say there is a group of 10. If I find there are 2, I'll just separate them as 2. I'm not going to put them in another group. They are going to be the two of them.
Of the same age.
If they pick and get to their sisters, yes, I bring them back.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Great. Ni kama Sally ameamua ku...
They are very docile, they are very friendly. I'm around, they'll get whatever they want, so they have to be near me. Yeah.
So, do you deworm them?
Yes, we do deworm. Us, we are not doing complete zero grazing. It's a semi. Our cows, mostly they are in the fields. So the cycle of worms is very quick, is very quick. So for my heifers, you'll find myself doing it monthly. and keep on exchanging from albendazole to levamisole. But for my milkers, I don't do that because I can't afford to pour milk down.
You're in business, of
Yes,
course.
I'm in business. So, but for heifers, we do it monthly. For milkers, we do it after every 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Maybe
Use Multicure.
Multicure.
Yes.
Multicure 10%. It's fortified,
and
by the way.
albendazole.
Multicure is fortified, so the skin tone, the smooth coat that you have, some is owed to the trace elements we have in Multicure.
Okay.
At times unapatanga wakulima, they just give plain a plain albendazole or a plain levamisole. What happens is the mignons had taken off some microelements.
Yes.
Then when you deworm this animal, you do not replenish the microelements that the mignons had taken.
Yeah.
What happens? The animal still stays in the state it was of that microelement deficiency, and that leads to having rough coats for longer, not evenly toned coats for longer. But when you give Multicure, it is fortified with trace elements. You see some kind of instant change.
So I'm safe.
You are safe. Very safe. Very safe.
Yes. So those are our heifers. And these are the ones that have already been served, but we're going to walk over. We have
another group
bulling heifers that are now, I'm working on them to serve them in the next few months. It's the feeding time.
All right. So umesema mkulima akitembea kama you are open?
Yes. Atapata hatatoka mkono tupu.
Hatatoka mkono mtupu.
Atapata, actually we even do trainings, farm trainings.
Okay.
For groups, individuals, atafeed.
All right.
Even if, like you Atlantis, if you have a group of your farmers that you want to come and teach from our farm, we do that.
We'll definitely do that.
Yes, we do that.
I think I'm getting a lot of questions from farmers.
Yes.
It's time we get here and train them.
Yeah.
On the farm.
Yeah.
And because you have done some excellent work, I think I'm confident.
Okay.
Tutakuleta hapa wakulima. We do some training.
Okay.
Waone see stories ajaba. People are doing it.
You're much welcome.
And dairy farming.
So these are some of our bulling heifers. We are in the next 2 or 3 months, they will be served. So here we are challenging them to add that weight. So that you can see their coat is a bit rough. But now they have taken the dewormer. We are waiting for it. It's about 1 week.
Okay.
So we are waiting the dewormers to work. Yeah.
I see. For those ones, they are already...
you can see even it is working for some. Yeah. So.
Okay. How is the ration?
This also they are fed on napier, hay, and concentrates.
Tell these farmers that you're in Limuru.
Yes.
And here in Limuru, the climate and the weather is not as...
It's very cold. Let me say it's very cold. But they survive. Actually, cows are stressed by heat more than cold.
Yeah. Actually, these are Frisians.
Yeah, they are Frisians, they are Holsteins. And they really enjoy staying outside.
Staying outside and staying in cool places.
Yes. It doesn't mean that if you buy her and take her to a zero grazing unit, she's not going to produce. No, she will be affected for the first 3 days, but she's going to adapt. And on that makes us, we cannot sell to a farmer our old cows or very aged animals. We like selling them young heifers, first cover, second and third, and now heifers. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so they live in a cooler place. They love it outside here. Actually, it's an advantage to us.
They live in their natural state.
Yes, and those farmers who have a piece of land that can exercise this, it helps even in production, in longevity, because that animal is exercising. Yes. And the oldest cow I've ever had in my farm is 17 years.
17
Still
years.
Productive.
17 years?
Yes, I have one that is 11 years. Currently, she's the oldest, turning 12 this year. Very productive, and she's giving me around 24-25 liters.
Complications, metabolic
zero
issues?
Actually,
no milk fever, no ketosis?
In my farm, I have 0 metabolic diseases.
Great.
0 mastitis.
Great. Tumekuja kwa mtaalamu mwenyewe. I think we started walking the journey with you, and it's turning out to be
very, 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 very productive.
Very productive.
Yeah, I've been with you for like from 2021.
Yeah.
I've been with you people, and let me be specific about your semen. Oh my God, I don't know what I can say, because all these daughters that you're seeing here, they are from Atlantis. Conception rate top notch. Growth rate wako sawa. Yes.
Good. Ambia wakulima kuna what we started with.
Yeah.
When you're doing breeding, we look for 3 things. Because when you get a call from any farmer, they'll all the Kenyan milk market or the dairy market is more into volume than quality. But tell them there are other things you look for when you're getting semen from any inseminator or any provider. You look for butterfat, you look for protein, you look for health traits. Actually, because you have insisted on that. Because that is where farmers make losses actually. Utapata, the animal is producing well, but vet hakosi kwa farm.
And then something farmers do not know, you can determine whether your farm will be free from mastitis from breeding.
From breeding, yes.
Yeah, you can. They don't know that, but you can.
Unachagua mbegu ambaye hii mastitis
iko chini. You can. It's possible, very much possible. And I think that is what we have applied. That is the criteria we have applied, because we are very strict when it comes to breeding. And even sometimes I find myself consulting experienced people. I come and invite them. I have these cows because we have 6 different families in our farm. So I tell them I have this particular family, it has these challenges, blah, 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 blah. I want you to help me. I was thinking it is this, but they tell me because of 1, 2, 3, we are going to use this. So what do I say? What am I trying to say? It is very good to consult. You cannot know everything by yourself. Make those people in that field your friends, even the vets. Our vets, kindly, let's make those breeders to be our friends, even the vet, to guide you what you're giving your farmer.
I think we can walk to the calf place.
Yes, we can.
It's this seamless.
Yeah, very simple.
I think one problem that we have is most farmers and they do not really have a relationship with the vet.
Yeah.
Unapata we are still meeting our animals, not breeding them. Mkulima anakupigia simu anakuambia yeo daktari, ng'ombe yangu ni kama imeitisha ndume. Daktari naye anakuuliza nikuje na mbegu gani?
Yoyote tu.
Wanaambia anasema nikuje na 1000.
Ya 1000.
Nikujie na ya 200. Nasikia county government wamepeana subsidy.
Yeah.
Then you also hear some wordings like enda utaiona ni hiyo nyeusi ni nini ama ni Cairo hapo userve na uende utaniachia invoice. You know, they do that, and when they do that that limits zinawafuata.
Here we have our calves. They are still calves because they are around 6-7 months, and I remember I told you I stopped calling them calves when they are 9 months.
9 months, yes.
So them are 6 months. But this one are in a different ration with the big heifers, because they are still calves. So we have to really be keen with the ration and nutrition. Here they are given silage. They are given some silage. They are given napier also, but mostly, and also we have our heifers and our calves. Each and every stage has its own feed, a concentrate. For the calves, we give them pellets. When they come to their after 3 months, we give them pencils, and after that, then at 9 months, we have another concentrate that we give to our heifers that has a higher crude protein to help in the growth rate.
Actually they are growing, and at that time they start now. They are getting to puberty, so you have to take care of proteins.
So also we deworm them monthly because they are still outside and they are more exposed. And we use Nemarid.
Nemarid.
That is what we use for our calves. Yes.
Okay. Nemarid Super, Nemarid Plus, they are all fortified with cobalt and selenium.
Okay.
Selenium is very important for health. At this stage, najua wakulima wengi.
That's why they look this beautiful.
Yeah. Najua wakulima wengi,
Yeah.
they are 1 year heifers. At times they would be of this size.
Really?
So Nemarid, the selenium is very important for health restoration, and also the cobalt bit helps in upping the metabolism.
Okay.
These are growing age. So when the metabolism is high, you see higher recovery from the worms infestation.
Okay.
And also you see some fastened growth rate, because sinamaanisha huyo ng'ombe amepata stimulation ya kukua.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now, here we have our very, very important sector, ama section in our herds, the maternity wing.
So this is where we have...
The farmers have maternity, ama it is only us. We have our maternity wing here. This is where we bring our dried cows. They stay here for 2 months. And also heifers, but heifers, they have a separate because we don't want bullying because they are heavy. Yeah. So occurrences of injury, they are very possible. But here we bring our milkers that have been dried. They stay here for 2 months. 1 month is for drying, for healing, but the last month is for steaming up.
All right.
So if there are too many and they have different times of calving down, we steam them separately. But if they are close to each other, like these ones we have here, they're going to calve down at the same time. So the steaming is going to be done here.
Okay.
So steaming means preparing that cow with good nutrition for the last 30 days and the before calving and the and more 30 days after calving. I don't know whether it is clear.
Yeah, it's called the transition period.
Yeah, the transition period. 30 days prior to calving and 30 days post-calving. That is steaming up because you are preparing this cow for the next lactation and for the next production. And in this stage, you're going to determine how long your cow will stay in your herd and in production. Yeah.
Actually, I say with this type of animals, you really have to take care. Because if you miss or if you do not handle them well, then you miss on milk.
Yes.
Actually, one of my colleagues, he has a farm. He says that he concentrates with a transition cow and he stops anything else but works on that transition cow till azae, na akishaza akimbizane na yeye mpaka amsavu. Akimsavu.
That's also me. These are my best friends. I'll fight with my colleagues over them. But once I have served you, now I can relax. I can relax. Then there's something to note. When you're saying about steaming, don't pump a lot of concentrates because also we don't want to fatten.
Yes.
Because if you fatten her, she's going to, when she calves down, she's going to have negative energy balance. And that negative energy balance will affect her production, whatever she has carved down, the production, and the next fertility. So do your steaming well, but balance. Make sure you are giving your cow, when your cow is 7 months, immediately after drying, stop giving the mineral leak for maziwa.
Yes.
Go to dry cow mineral leak. Because you're preparing that cow to produce calcium from whatever she's stored when you are milking her.
But had we introduced to you white energy?
Yes.
Ah, okay. When do you use it?
Immediately after calving down.
Immediately after calving down.
Yes, immediately after calving down.
How has it worked?
It is working good.
Okay.
And I do not a rise in production, a spike in production, but it gives me stresses if I stop. If I stop, I find myself like, we have cut production. So it's a good product. But after the cow hits about 2.5 months, now I stop. I stop giving them, but I give them to my high producers because at the time she's stopping, another one has come. So it is always in
a cycle of giving them. I know why you stop at 2 months, because you know the animal is speaking at that period, that time. So there is no much influence you can have after it has picked. So you just give suboptimal for just the maintenance.
And I'll insist on farmers, make sure that your cow is taking dry cow mineral. Yeah.
Dry cow mineral.
Make sure
so that they maintain the homeostasis of the calcium.
Yes.
na taabu za milk fever.
Yeah. And also here, we like planning ahead. We are a farm that we have sorted ourselves. We tumejipanga. No, here the reason is right. These are close here. This one is close. This is our silage.
All right.
The whole of 2026 we are sorted. The maize that you're seeing is for 2027. Yeah. The reason as it is this close because I have to steam them. Because if they do not give me 40 plus liters when they calve down, they are going to tell me why. And they have done everything. So I keep them near silage pits so that the feeders may not forget them. Because you know they are not being milked. So they will not forget them.
All right.
Yeah.
So even you're playing some psychology game with them. You're showing them
I have food for you. I'm prepared. I'm waiting for you to come and give me milk. And I'll pay you back. So we do pit bunkers. All this here is silage that is going to serve us for the whole of 2026 as we prepare for 2027. Yeah.
Okay, great. So in a nutshell,
how
many animals do you have in the farm?
You know, we are Kikuyus and Kikuyus don't count their properties. Approximately over 100. Over 100. For a year.
Feed when it's time to feed them.
Yes.
So, wakulima tubadilishe.
Yeah, and we also do training on silage making. And also we have products that we use to make our silage. Our silage is very palatable. So we do not use molasses in our silage. We have an inoculant that we normally use in our silage. For more information, they can get me and I can explain to them. And they can come and learn how we do it. And we are the people who make it. So we're also going to get it. And it has really helped us because the time we were using molasses, we had a lot of wastage of silage, even rotting, because I'm not there 100%. Maybe I tell someone mix like this, and I go, maybe a cow is calving down, and when I come back, they messed on the ratio, and we find ourselves that we are making mbolea for our maize. But now with whatever we use here, we have zero wastage.
You want to say you found yourselves at some point having made a whole bunker of mbolea?
Actually, it is where we are standing. There was a time this was all mbolea and I was shocked.
What did you do when it was budgeted?
You obviously know what happened. You obviously know what happened, but we learned. I take every mistake as a lesson. It gave us an idea of coming up with something that will help the farmers and will help our cows and will increase the palatability of our cows. And I have zero wastage of silage, even 1%. It is not there.
It's all
and
all in
yes, when I keep my maize as green, I'll still find that green in my silage. Even after this one was made last year, March. Imagine I'm going to find it greenish, yellowish, very sweet acetic smell. Yeah.
This year. Hata ukipea in December.
I made it last year,
in
March. Yeah.
And you are planning to? Okay, but naona ni kama mmefungua on that end.
We have 3 pits. This and this is not yet opened. We are feeding on that one.
All right.
They were all made in March. Now we are preparing a new one there. For this corn, you can see it's almost ready. So this one is going to go there and it is for next year. Yeah.
All right.
And I even tell farmers, if you have the capability of making your own dairy meal, go for it. You're in control of quality.
Yes.
You're in control of crude protein. So no one will ask you a question.
You give precise, you do precision rations.
Yes.
You know what you're giving your
animals.
You
know what you're giving your
not
animals.
Not what the manufacturer is telling you.
Yeah, and you know the secret of dairy animals is this. When you take care of them well, the cost is zero. But if you show your cows, this is how we waste. They are the best wasters. They are the best wasters. If you tell them I want manure, they will give you manure. They will give you manure. If you tell them I want milk, they'll give you milk. They'll give you milk.
So great.
Yeah.
Maybe we can finish up.
Since we have come from our maternity, what do you expect? We expect a baby. Now I'm going to show you some of our babies and tell you how we take care of them and how we keep them from the time they are born. So this is our cow's house. You can feel it is warm.
Yeah, it's warm.
It is very warm. This is where our cows stay when they are born. They come here. They stay here for about a month or 2 or even 3 if there are no more cows that are coming in. But when we have a lot of them, we make sure they are here for about a month. So how do I achieve that? I have 6 cubicles. Yes. So in every month, I make sure that I have 4 or 5 cows that are calving down so that I can have time to move for my cows to develop and move from here to another place. And yeah, I'm holding something. Yes. I'm telling you, we are a very simple farm. So when our calf is born, immediately when they are born, we give the mom water. We give them a warm water. I insist being warm because that warm water increases the palatability. Know that cow has gone under a lot of stress. Yes,
physiological
stresses. Yes. So you want to soothe her to take something that will enlighten her mood. So I always insist on hot water, warm, lukewarm water. We give about 20 or more. Why do we give that? So that we can prevent like displaced abomasum and to help the feed intake to be fast. To have a fast feed intake afterwards. The appetite, the palatability for her to feed. And also, also we give them time to bond with the calf for about 30 minutes. I heard a misconception from farmers saying that if we allow her to lick the baby, they eat the umbilical cord. But that's a lie.
In Kikuyu they say, yenda muno ekuragarurira.
Okay.
So it is to mean if the cow likes or is super excited about the calf, they tend to lick the umbilicus and you see some
blood
protrusion or some hernia
of a kind. Okay.
But it is a misconception
because I've never seen that. What I believe is the time you're giving that cow to bond with the kid, even in her, remember for 2 months she was not producing milk. Yes. So the time you give her time to bond with the calf, you are preparing her in her mind that you are a mom, you need to produce. So it helps in milk letdown. And I've observed that. You help that cow to release oxytocin for milk production. Then for the calf, we milk immediately. As the time she's licking, our cows are very docile, but kuna docility, for that cow to be that docile, it is how you handle her. If you're always brutal with that cow, pia atakuwa na hata kuamini, so lazima ata develop some resistance. We do hand milking, and this is going to and kwa hao ng'ombe, I'm talking to those farmers that are using machines. It is not good to milk that colostrum using a machine. Do a direct hand milking and give that calf direct. The reason as to it is very thick, so it is giving you a lot of work in washing the machine, and also it is sticking. Remember, it is very
it is very dense in immunoglobulins.
Yes. So immediately that calf, as she's being licked by the mom, we milk the mom, and I always make sure that my calves, when they are born, they do not take less than 3 liters of colostrum. Why? That calf is born without immunity, so whatever I'm getting from the mom, I'm giving that calf immunity. So they are farmers, and they have given me a call telling me, I gave my calf, my cow calved down at night. Now we want to milk, and I've given her half a liter of milk. But no. Give her up to 3 liters. If she can be able to take, give her up to 3 liters. Continue with that. I give colostrum for the first 5 days. They must take their mom's milk. But after 5 days, 6, 7 days, if there are too many, we can mix and give the rest of the calves. But we give them 6 liters of milk for up to 2 months. When they are from 0 day to 2 months, they take 2 liters of milk. 6 liters of milk. After 2 months, now we start weaning. We start reducing the milk as we increase the quantity of calf pellets and hay. In that 0 day, when I bring her in here, I put water, some warm water that is changed every day. Every morning and evening, we have to change that water and put warm water. The reason as to why we are putting some warm water, our place is a bit colder. So that is why we put warm water. And the reason as to why I'm holding this, you don't have to be complicated. These are jerry cans that we've cut. Because remember earlier I had said that calf should be given water separately, milk separately, pellets separately, and hay separately. So you take jerry cans, you put one for water, one for milk, one for pellets. But as you can see in our troughs, we have, this is where we put our pellets. This one we put our water. But when a calf now trains themselves to drink from the bucket, we have this for milk. But from 0 day to about 2 weeks, we do bottle feeding. The reason as to why I encourage bottle feeding is there is less bacterial count, bacterial encounter with the handler and the calf. They get a clean milk.
That suckling from the bottle, it mimics the natural way the calf suckles from the mother. That has a reflex that we call, we call it suckle reflex. The milk moves from the esophagus direct to the abomasum. Remember, this animal is in this state, it's a monogastric. Yes. It has 4 compartments, but 3 are inactive or immature, but only one is functional. So the milk moves direct from the esophagus direct to the abomasum. And we see faster digestion of that milk, and the calf is properly nourished. So you even see faster growth rate. Ukipea wale unapea na bucket, the growth rate is a bit slower. And also, as you said, the bacterial load or the risk of having scores because of pathogens build up, it is usually high.
Another thing, you'll find that farmers work the time they are bottle feeding, amelala, the calf is down because hana hiyo nguvu ya kusimama, and wanainamisha even though it should be elevated upward like that. Another thing that handlers do, this dummy has like a small hole. And they feel like I have 10 calves I'm feeding, and me I would stay here for a whole day. No, they make their own 2 holes, and eventually you find your calf slept very well, but never woke up in the morning because of aspiration pneumonia. As you've said, it goes direct from esophagus to abomasum. So when they are adding those the holes,
the milk moves, itakuwa mingi.
Yeah, and this calf is training how to suck because it is in a new environment, and you find that milk is
some getting to the trachea.
The trachea and all that, and causes aspiration pneumonia, and your calf dies.
And we lose in the super genetics we gave you.
Yes.
So there is the procedure from day one. You've told us how you give the milk, the water. Can you tell that farmer the timelines? Water we introduce from this day, the pellets we give this in this form, till we get to 3 months. By the way, there is a time I introduced to you Camboost. Are you still using them?
Yes.
All right.
Actually, I use it after 3 months mostly because I don't want my calves to kurudi nyuma. Let me use the local language. Kurudi nyuma. Yes. 0 day, we introduce that colostrum. We still put water. How I've trained my colleagues here is that put that water, because if I tell them do it after 2 days, they will forget. And because maybe I cannot be there all the time, I tell them every day, make sure you put that water. but you'll find a cow after 3-4 days, you'll find her leaking some water. By the end of the week, she'll be taking like a very small amount of water. For on the second day, remember now that week one is water, taking ad libitum, simply, but I'm putting like a liter or two. Then there's 6 liters of colostrum. If needed more, if I come and find that she's making a lot of noise, I'll add more. So I tell farmers you can go up to 9, depending with your calf how she is. And also sometimes you go with the body weight, because if you give too much and she's very small, they even get colic, those calls and all the stuff. Week 2, we introduce calf starter pellets. So a handful of them, because she's training to feed. So we start with a handful. If they finish, we continue adding. So by the time she's hitting 3 months, she'll be taking about 1 kilo, 1.5. On the 3rd week, we introduce hay, dry hay, because we want the rumen to develop for faster growth rate and more intake of the feeds. So we continue like that up the time they are 3 months. But on the 2nd month, we reduce the milk up to 4 until they hit 3 months. But the second last week of 3 months, we reduce to 2, so that we don't want them to be shocked that we have stopped the milk. We reduce to 2, to 1, to 0.
Then to 0. There are some farmers that will say 6 liters of milk. My cow is producing the 6. My cow is producing the 6. And what do I take to the cooperative?
And some they say milk replacer, but honestly, I don't see any difference. This one, the milk replacer, will have a lot of challenges because you're not mixing yourself.
Yes.
You are depending on someone else to do that. And in between, you find a lot of bacteria happening, a lot of
improper mixing and all that.
Yes. And you end up losing your calf. So I tell farmers, if you have milk, this calf is your future milker. Feed her well with that milk. Don't be too mean. Give her what she deserves, and you're going to reap. After 1 year, 2 months, you'll be laughing and enjoying.
All right.
So the 3rd month we give Cambus. Immediately we stop. We give Cambus for about 2 months because we still want them to develop, and I think it has some nutrients in it. Maybe
it has the Cambus has in a large animal, they digest fiber. So, and what helps in the digestion of the fiber are microbes. So in Cambus we have microbes, we have microelements like zinc, copper and cobalt. We also have some prebiotics to the probiotics. So what Camboost does, it stimulates proliferation of the microbes. So the animal or the calf now starts digesting the fibers in a proper way. When they digest the fiber, that means more nourishment. So it benefits from the feed you give to the calf. The other bit is with Camboost, there are some protrusions we call papillae in the rumen. So it also stimulates the growth. It promotes the population, the papillae, and also the size for increasing some area of absorption. Yes, I think. Do you do deworming?
After that, after 3 months, we do deworming to our calves because they go outside and they are exposed to that. So we do deworming. We still use Nemarade on them, and we give calf pencils. From now 3 months up the time they are about 8-9 months, and now we cut on milk and we start introducing some silage to them and continue with hay. That is what basically we do, and keep on repeating the cycle.
Precision rations, and that is why you're having your heifers. We'll have a training, a non-farm training on breeding. And also, if a farmer is interested in nutrition and all that, we will organize for that. We bring our farmers here, we learn together. And when that time comes, please welcome, as you did welcome us today, as you have always been hospitable. I think we have walked this journey with you. And I'm happy to report on the successes we have had together. Then I had something else to say on the calves. I saw them, they are huge. How old are they?
This one, they are 3 months.
3 months.
We just twin them.
You just wind them.
Yeah, like
I'll post
on fast.
on fast.
Yeah, on fast.
I'll place them
on fast.
I'll place them for my farmers to see. A 3 months calf that is being weaned versus what they have.
Yes,
at the farm.
actually we win all our calves at 3 months. Yeah.
All right.
They don't go beyond 3 months.
All right.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Daktari, for visiting our farm. I've learned something because every day is a learning day, and you're much welcome. Bring those farmers, we enlighten them. We want to run a successful dairy business in the country, and me and you and the rest, we are going to help those upcoming farmers to achieve that. So at our farm, we sell heifers, as I told you earlier. We sell heifers, in calf heifers, 4 months and above. We also sell milkers at particular time, but not where the problematic ones, good milkers. We also do trainings at the farm, individual training and group trainings, cooperatives. If you want to bring your staff to come and learn, your extension officers to come and learn, we do all that. And also I have all that we have been talking about how to manage a dairy cow. I have a book I had written earlier on, but it has more details now. It has a zero grazing unit, silage making, hay farm nutrition, and all the stuff. We have added more information in that book. And if you want to reach me individually, I also do consultations. If you want to reach me individually, my number is 0708 072 075. 0708 072 075. My WhatsApp number, my phone number. Yeah, only that.
So we can call you at any time.
Anytime feel free to call. Yeah.
But not in the night. In the late hours of the night.
Not in the late hours. I'll be sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and also the book, can we find it online or something?
Yeah, it is in PDF. So if you give me a call, I found it. I had printed some, but it was quite difficult to send to different people. So it is in PDF form. I'll forward to you via email, via WhatsApp.
All right.
Yeah.
Also make it available on Amazon. I think we are global. Someone in Rwanda
Actually,
might.
I'm working on that.
Okay.
I'm working on that.
Good.
Yeah, someone told me, and I'm working on that. Yeah.
So great. Thank you for welcoming us to Nyara Dairy Farm. It has been a great journey being with you for the years and also finding you doing better than we left you. I appreciate that you took some of the lessons that we undertook and you're following on them, and that you're seeing the positive results of doing that. I'll come with the farmers. So thank you very much. So farmers, if you want to reach to us, we are Atlantis Life Science. That is our website. That is, we sell semen, both conventional and sexed. You can find us on YouTube at Atlantis Life Science, on TikTok, Atlantis Life Science, on Twitter, Atlantis Life Science, and on Facebook, Atlantis Life Science. I'm Joseph Kariuki, an animal health professional. If you want to get to me direct, my number is 0741 639 338. Do proper calf rearing, because if you miss on calf rearing, then you mess. You mess your future herd, you mess on your profits, and you mess on your enterprise. Until next time, thank you.